we from group video.
Before we start, let me introduce ourselves first. Me, Raina Vitasari.
I am Alia Lailatul Fitri.
Me, Aina Turisma Mawada.
I am Widya Natasha Gultom.
I am Dia Nurhazlinda.
My name is Reina Esther Caroline.
Next is Sakira Putri Ramadhani. And the last is Gary Patar.
So, keep watching. Bye.
Hi Dian, are you studying?
Yes, I'm studying
About what?
about cordially invited.
I see. Hi. Hi. What are you guys doing? Nothing but just talk. Let me guess. About cordially invited, right?
10 point for you.
Hi.
Can we join you guys?
Yeah, of course. Why not? Thank you. Wait a minute. Did you know here another class? We have a project here.
What? Are you seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend told me.
Sound good. If this true, I can wait. Me too. I still don't understand. What is the invitation letter? Let me search it. Wait. Invitation letters are those letters that are written to invite individuals to a special event. I think it's true. Really? Okay.
Harry. 5W1H. What is the purpose of formal letters? To convey the needs in the form of notification, permit, assignment, announcement, and so on to the staff of the relevant institution and agency. Where is the letter found? In Mesir 2000 BC. When was the letter found? The history of letter in the world began around 2000 BC. Who is the character in inventor or writing of letters? Surat elektronik pertama ditemukan oleh Ray Tomlinson pada tahun 1970. Why do letters can be created? The main purpose of letters were to send information, news, and greetings. How is development of letters in the world? A long time ago, letters have been known as a means of conveying expression in written form.
Next is social function from formal invitation letter. Is maintain interpersonal relationship in official context.
Basic features. 1. Using standard language accordance with Indonesian language rules and ejaan yang disempurnakan or AYE. 2. Made ensure concise and effective language and easy to reach the context. 3. Official language do not use implicit language but explicit language. 4. Equipped with letterhead stating the party who issued the official letter. 5. In the official letter, always include the destination number, date, address, and if available. 6. An special stamp or cap is efficient for certain coordination.
Next, I'm going to explain what is definition of invitation text. Invitation text is a communication that is considered to be official enough to be explicitly written or typed in a letter can be called a formal text. Also, an invitation is a request, a solicitation, or an attempt to get another person to join you at a specific event. Next, tips for writing invitation letter. First, you use a suitable tone and language. Second, be respectful and positive. Third, give complete information about the event. Fourth, review the letter before giving it. Fifth, don't forget to mention contact information. 6. Give proper instruction or specific requirements, if any. 7. Follow the format. 8. Mail the invitation letter beforehand. That's all from me. Thank you. Bye-bye.
My name is Gary, and I am about to explain the structure of invitation letter. Heading. First heading. Heading usually covers the address of the sender and the date when the letter is being written. Number 2. Deadline is to state the date, time, and place. Number 3. Inside address. The inside address is placed at the left margin. 2 spaces below the heading and contains the receiver's full name, title, and address. Number 4. Salutation or opening greeting. The salutation or greeting depends how it all acquainted the sender and address are. Number 5. Body. The body of the letter is, of course, what the letter is all about. It's the body of the letter consists of the introduction, the main message, and the conclusion. Number 6. Complementary clause. This phrase puts an end to the letter. If you know the name of the person you are writing to end with yours sincerely. If you don't know the name of the person you are writing to, end with yours faithfully. Additional nation, the signatures follow the complementary clause. The name of the sender must also be included under the signature. It appears in brackets or along the writer's designation.
Next, invitation letter sample. From Salini, Hybert, that one which letter is written. To Sharon, Hybert, subject invitation for a funeral. Dear Mr. Sharon, it is with great sorrow that I wrote this letter to inform you of the passing of my father after a fatal accident that took place on happiness that I hereby want to invite you to mass at St. Peter's Cross on that time. The funeral service will follow at Field Cemetery at noon on the same day. The funeral service will be restricted to family only and hence the purpose of this invitation. I know that my father was close to you and wish to invite you to enter this season of common. We are saddened to meet again under such circumstances, but we have to be strong in this difficult time. Please join us for a simple lunch at our home after the funeral. You can reach me through my mobiles 89765488978. I would like you to come and celebrate the life of our father on this day. Thank you.
Next, I will give two different sample answers. The first and the second. Alright.
What is the purpose of formal letter? To convey the needs in the form of notification, permit, assessment, endorsement, and so on the staff of relevant institution and agency.
Where is the letter found? The letter found is in Mesir in 2000 SM. At that time, wrapping letter or envelope in the form of cloth, animal skin, or some part of vegetables.
When was the letter found? The history of letters in the world began around 2000 BC. At first, letters contained government documents which were usually sent from one place to another, be it by horse or carriage.
Who is the character in the inventor or writing of letters? Surat elektronik pertama ditemukan pada 1970 oleh Ray Tomlinson. Why do letters can be created? The main purpose of letters were to send information, news, and greetings. For someone, letters were a way to practice critical reading, self-expressive writing, polemical writing, and also exchange ideas with like-minded others.
How is the development of letters in the world? A long time ago, letters have been known as means of conveying expression in written form. Delivery is done in some very unique ways. Among them are sending by way of a letter that is inserted into something that can float in the sea, then shipping using animals, especially pigeons. Maya Lowry, January 27, 2016. United States Consulate General. Address of the Consulate. Dear Honorable Consul, Sade Omotolewa, Passport Number Alpha Oscar 234567. Date of birth 24 June 1983. Hello, my name is Maya Lowry and I reside at 4532 68th Street, New York City 12546. I am a United States citizen or lawful permanent resident alien. I am requesting that you issue a tourist B2 visa to my girlfriend Sade Omotolewa, who reside at 234 Land, House 2, Mararaba Estate, Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria. This is to allow her to visit with me in the United States. We have been friends for the past 2 years and I would like her to visit this summer. Sade will be visiting with me from June 1st, 2016 to June 30, 2016. This will be a great time because we will both be off work at this time. During her stay in the United States, she will stay with me at my home at the address stated above. I will be responsible for all of her accommodation expense while she is in the United States. Upon the termination of her visit, she will return to Lagos, Nigeria. Sade will be presenting this letter to you together with other evidence to establish her close ties with Nigeria and to assure you that she will return prior to expiration of her stay in the United States. Your kind consideration to this request will be greatly appreciated. Yours truly, Maya Lowry.
Social function. Maintain interpersonal relationships in official context. This is the example of interpersonal relationships in official context.
Okay, now I will tell you about analyze from sample. This is a heading University at Buffalo, New York, USA. and that is 17 August 2016. Bambang Purnomo, lecturer, Buffalo, New York, USA, is inside others. Dear Bambang, is salutation. On behalf of Faculty of Science and Technology, I am pleased to invite you to a department position title of visiting scholar and professor research scholar, short team scholar or specialist at the State University of New York, Buffalo. This invitation is effective for the period of 10 October 2006 to 17 October 2006. During the period, you will expect to be engaged in your research activities 2-3 hours for a week. Your activities will consist of calculus activities, continued participation in the university at Buffalo's exchange visitor program is contingent upon satisfactory performance as determined by me and maintenance of G1 non-immigrant status or inquiries you may have concerning maintenance of GI status and other immigration related matters should be directed to UB Immigration Service, Buffalo, New York. Funding. University will also provide medical insurance starting on the 43rd day of your employment. You will be responsible for purchasing health insurance from UB Student Medical Insurance Office. For the 42-day waiting period before your employer's sponsor health insurance take effect. The university at Buffalo will also provide you with office or lab space which may be shared, the use of a computer and access to library facilities. It is my understanding that you will provide your own funding to cover all the expense of your stay at the University of Buffalo, including health insurance for yourself and your accompanying dependents. If any, the University at Buffalo will provide you with office or lab space, which may be shared, the use of computer and library facilities housing. Unless our department explicitly states in writing that it will make arrangements for you, it will be your responsibility to find housing for yourself and your family, if accessible for the duration of your stay. This is a part of body of letter.
Healthy insurance. Both the U.S. Department of State (DOS) and State University of New York as record G1 exchange visitors to have medical insurance coverage during their stay in the U.S. as G1 exchange visitors. The U.S. also requires that G2 dependents have medical insurance that meet the U.S. regulatory requirements. Further information about insurance for G1 scholars is available to every date. You and your department will have the necessary health insurance coverage. We require you to sign and submit the medical insurance attestation from to us after you have done so. We will send you this 2019 so you can apply for a G1 visa. The medical insurance attestation form is viable aid. Although you might wish to punch health insurance is your home country, you should be aware that your home country police can only substitute from the SUNY policy if the health insurance coverage is comparable as determined by UBI is Office of Student Medical Insurance. If not, you will also to print the SUNY policy. Similarly, any health insurance policy purchased for G2 dependents must meet the DUI's requirements, or the G2 dependents will also need to purchase the SUNY policy. Therefore, we don't recommend purchasing health insurance in your home country to cover you during your stay in the US. Note: although UBI Immigration Service will issue you from the 2019 annual survey as your sponsor at UBI, it does not evaluate insurance policy. Only the student medical insurance of can do this. You can have your policy evaluated by sending your policy and a complete waiver from the university at Buffalo. Student medical insurance when kept Buffalo in 1426 USA for containing the student medical insurance of 8 ASKSME Buffalo Edu waiver forms can be first aid. http://subert.com Insurance International website. Please make time now to familiarize yourself with the university at both CG1 Action Visitor programs as described at http://www.buffalo.edu Immigration Service G1 Scholars HTML. We are you're welcome to our university and look forward to meeting you. Sincerely, Complimentary Course Bambang Purnomo, General Manager, Additional Notation Section.
Baik, di sini saya akan menjelaskan perbedaan teks US and UK. Contoh teks US. Dear Mrs. Clark, hope you are doing well. I'm Miranda Lawson, Director of Marketing at Mass Airlines, and I want to share some marketing ideas with you that could benefit both of your companies. Whenever our flight crews fly into the settled area, they overwhelmingly prefer staying at the Overwatch villa, but there is often no vacancy. If the Overwatch villa were to permanently reserve a block of rooms for our crew member, we be happy to promote the Overwatch in villa on our in-flight magazine at a significant discount. to demonstrate what a mass airlines and Overwatch Villa partnership could look like. I have enclosed 3 samples and created by our graphic design team. These samples should prove that we have eager to highlight the Overwatch Villa for the millions of passengers we serve as each year. If you would like to discuss this in further detail, I can be reached at 575559255 or at malson gmail masaairlines.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, Miranda Lawson, Director of Marketing Mass Airlines. Dan contoh teks UK adalah Dear Sir or Madam, I am writing to express my dissatisfaction with the service I received on a recent visit to your establishment. A number of factors contribute to my displeasure and I left your restaurant embarrassed, upset and most appealing, hungry. First of all, I found which house eatery extremely difficult to find. I understand that buildings on Breadcrumb Boulevard are not seriously trick to look at. Deep in the depths of the enchanted forest, but I was taken away from foregoing my dining plan and driving home before finally spot the biscuit walls and chocolate button roof tiles in the gloom. Mike, I suggest a sign or at least some kind of outdoor lighting. Secondly, when I finally did find your restaurant, I present myself at the concierge desk and informed the member of staff I had a booking. The young man did not immediately reply. He simply stared at my friend as they fell in behind me. I explained I did book a table for 9-7 dwarf, my husband and myself. The chain mirror does not use chairs. I did see your promotion in the Daily Damsel advertising. Complimentary meals for Magic Folk. I bought a copies of the Magic magazine and cut out 8 coupons, one for each dwarf and one for the chain mirror. When I explained this to the staff member, he said there was a limit to free meals to every table. This was not in the small print and I was afraid. In conclusion, I was extremely disappointed with my experience at your restaurant. I have told all of my friends about the terrible service I received and will continue to do so until I receive a written apology or some from compensation. I will accept edible goods for any kind, except rosy red apples. You will find my mailing address at the top of this letter. I look forward to hearing from you. Your faithfully, Snow White. Baik, berikut
What is the purpose of formal letter? To convey the needs in the form of notification, permits, assignment, announcement, and so on, to the staff of the relevant institution and agency.
Where is the letter found? In Mesir 2000 BC. At that time, wrapping letters or envelopes in the form of cloth, animal skin, or some part of vegetables.
So, we are going to when was the letter found? The history of letters in the world began around 2000 BC. At first, letters contained government documents which were usually sent from one place to another, be it by horse or carriage.
Who is the character in the inventor or writing of letters? One of the most basic forms of sending and receiving messages between two people was in the form of written letters. According to the testimony of ancient historian Hellenicus, the first recorded handwritten letter was written by Persian Queen Atossa around 500 BC.
Why do letters can be created? The main purpose of letters were to send information, news, and greetings. For someone, letters were a way to practice critical reading, self-expressive writing, polemical writing, and also exchange ideas with like-minded others.
How is the development of letters in the world? A long time ago, letters have been known as means of conveying expression in written form. The delivery is done in some very unique ways. Among them are sending by way of the letter that is inserted into something that can float in the sea, then shipping using animals, especially pigeons. Next, the postal delivery system in the world began in Egypt around 2000 BC. In Egypt, where cultural exchange with the Babylonians took place, the wrapping of letters on envelopes could be cloth, animal skin, or some part of plants. Today, in the midst of the development of electronic media, letters in handwritten form on paper media remain one of the most important media. For example, in every job acceptance, a cover letter is always there as one of the requirements for a formal application. Both in private companies and government agencies, letters in paper is very important requirement.
Social function. Social function is the purpose of writing text in society. Each type of text is written with a different purpose. This difference is expressed in the social function. Example: the social function of a descriptive text is to describe something or someone.
What is general structure of formal invitation letter? The first one is heading. Heading is at the top of a sheet of letter paper. It consists of name, address, logo or trademark, phone number, fax number, and email address. The second one is deadline. The line is used to indicate the date the letter was written. The third one is inside address. The inside address includes the street, city, state, and zip code of the recipient. The fourth one is salutation, which is a greeting that often starts with dear, space, person name, space. The next one is complimentary clause. The word such as sincerely yours that conventionally come immediately before the signature of a letter and express the sender's regard for the receiver. And the last one is additional notation. Section often follows the clause.
Ciri-ciri atau characteristic features. 1. Using standard language in accordance with Indonesian language rules and ejaan yang disempurnakan. 2. Made in short, concise, and effective language and easy to reach the context. 3. Official letters do not use implicit language but explicit language. 4. Equipped with the letterhead starting the party who issued the official letter. 5. In the official letter always include the destination number, date, address, and if available. 6. A special stamp or cap is affixed for certain conditions.
UK versus USA letter. UK writing date uses the day, month, year, while USA writing date uses the month, day, year. Opening greetings. The major openings between UK and USA are the same. The only difference is the punctuation. In British English, the title should be written without a point because of its missing letter, the ISTE that you take out to make MR from Mr. It should be written like this: Dear MR Case. In American English, you need a point after abbreviated titles. Dear Mr. Point Case. In Americans sometimes use a colon after opening greetings. Dear Alex, which is rare in the UK. In similar way, both American and British tends to use dear sir or madam, dear sir slash madam when you don't know someone's name, but Americans sometimes use the more traditional forms, dear sir or dear sirs, which are generally considered too old-fashioned or even sexist in UK. Closing. British English has two superformal forms with an important difference in how they are used: yours sincerely and yours faithfully. Yours faithfully is only used at the end of an email starting with Dear Sir, Madam, or Dear Sir or Madam. Yours sincerely is there for use to end very formal letter starting with names. In American English, sincerely and sincerely yours used to interchangeably with any kind of superformal letter, meaning it doesn't matter if the name is used at the beginning of letter or not.
UK's sample formal letter. UK analysis characteristic of the example. Springdale's Public School, Gurgaon, 25 September 2017. SHBS Bedi 2 per 27 Jorbek, New Delhi. Dear Mr. Bedi, our school is holding an inter-school T20 cricket championship from 2 October to 8 October 2017 years. All the schools of the area are likely to participate. Your presence in our midst will act as a catalyst and inspire us. We cordially invite you to inaugurate the championship on 2 October 2017 years at 10 a.m. in our school grounds. Kindly confirm your availability by 30 September. We are looking forward to having you in our inauguration. Yours faithfully, Sachin Bansal. Hit by
US sample formal letter. US analysis characteristic of the example. Springdale's Public School, Jurjavan, September 25, 2017. SHBS Bedi, 227 Jorbech, New Delhi. Dear Mr. Bedi, our school is holding an inter-school T20 cricket championship from 2 October to 8 October 2017. All the schools of the area are likely to participate. Your presence is our meet will act as a catalyst and inspire us. We cordially invite you to inaugurate the championship on 2 October 2017 at 10 a.m. in
Theory.
our school
In
grounds.
theory, we
Kindly
have
confirm your
5W1H.
First, we have what. What is the purpose of formal letter? To convey the needs in the form of notification, permits, assignments, announcements, and so on to the staff of the relevant institution and agencies. 2. Where? Where is the letter found? The letter is found in Mesir 2000 BC, at the time wrapping letters or envelopes in the form of clothes, animal skins, and or some parts of vegetables. Next is who. Who is the character in the inventor or writing of letters? So, the first electronic mail was invented in 1970 by Roy Tomlinson.
Why do letters can be created? The main purpose of letters were to send information, news, and greeting. For someone, letters were a way to practice critical reading, self-expressing reading, polemical writing, and also exchange ideas with like-minded others.
When was the letter found? The history of letters in the world began around 2000 BC. At first, letters contained government documents which were usually sent from one place to another, be it by horse or carriage.
How is the development of letters in the world? A long time ago, letters have been known as a means of conveying expressions in written form. The delivery is done in some very unique ways. Among them are sending by way of a letter that is inserted into something that can float in the sea, then shipping using animals, especially pigeons. Next, the postal delivery system in the world began in Egypt around 2000 before Christ. In Egypt, where cultural exchange with the Babylonians took place, the wrapping of letters or envelopes could be cloth, animal skins, or some parts of plant. Today, in the midst of the development of electronic media, letters in handwritten form on paper media remain one of the most important media. For example, in every job acceptance, a cover letter is always there as one of the requirements for a formal application, both in private companies and government agencies. So, letter, especially in paper form, is a very important requirement.
Social function maintain interpersonal relationship in official context. Generic structure heading, date, inside address, salutation, body, complementary clause, additional nation section often follow the clause.
Characteristic features. First, using standard language in accordance with Indonesian language rules and ejaan yang disempurnakan or IED. Second, made in short, concise, and effective language and easy to reach the context. Third, official letters do not use implicit language but explicit language. Fourth, equipped with letterhead stating the party who issued the official letter. 5. In the official letters, always include the destination number, date, address, and if available. 6. A special stamp or cap is affixed for content condition.
you.